Hi, guys. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Kim. I am an intuitive tarot reader, witchy woo woo girl boss. I sell oils, sprays, all those beautiful things, but today we're going to do a collective reading. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. The most beautiful thing about collective readings is that you'll come across a reading and you'll know and you'll feel in your body and your soul that it's for you and the messages are for you. Sometimes you'll come across a reading and you're kind of just like, nah, this isn't for me. And that's totally okay. Sit for a moment, relax, meditate, and then come back if you're ready. And thank you for listening. Okay. So, I don't have any clarifiers. Very, very specific. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. You will know if this is for you because it is extremely specific. There is some focus on relationships. Um, Remember, relationships can look like many different things. It's an interpersonal connection. So that can be familial, that can be friendship, that can be community based. It could be a relationship within yourself or with another person. Um, this more so feels like another person, but again, take it as it resonates for you. Um, okay. So we start with the Knight of Swords in reverse, um, with the Five of Pentacles upright and the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. And when these three came out, I was kind of like, oh my goodness, babe, what's going on? Um, Criticism is a big thing. Abandonment and rejection and criticism is a really big thing. And it is something that makes it extremely difficult for you to find joy in spaces. It is something that makes it really difficult for you to find roots in places. Um, there's a lot of tension within your own views of yourself, which ultimately make it really, really difficult for you to connect with other people and rely on other people and engage with other people. Knight of Swords, I apologize. Knight of Swords in reverse is really someone who is so in their head they forget the things around them. And with the Knight of Pentacles being in reverse with that, it's almost as if a lot of opportunities are lost. Like, we got to hold accountability sometimes in the way in which we do things. And I think because you have been afraid and abandoned and put in positions that it's been difficult for you to feel like you can rely on other people, right? And because of this, you kind of lose track or lose sight of the individuals that are supposed to be in your life. You lose sight on the individuals that kind of are supposed to bring joy. And what I keep seeing in my head, Scrooge, I think is his name, um, in the the tales of like Christmas past, future, present, future. And that's kind of what it shows me. It's like you kind of have sat in this space of like a curmudgeon kind of situation, but you're young. Like this doesn't feel like you are actually a curmudgeon. Like this feels like you are still in a space of your life where you're growing and learning. Physically, you're very young. Spiritually, you're kind of like, I'm fucking over this. I want to be in a cottage all alone, leave me alone kind of situation. Like you are very much in your crone energy. You're very much in your situation where you don't want to be dealt with, you don't want to deal with anyone because it's only been really showing you heartache and hardship and frustration. Um, we need to snap out of that. And I only say that because there's so much more out there that's meant for you. And we need to find a space in our life, or we need to find a way to cope, process, acknowledge, and release these fears that bind you. Like it truly is fears that bind you. You are represented as the Eight of Swords that we're going to talk about a little later, but the card that represents you is the Eight of Swords. The excuse or the facade is, yeah, like I just don't want to deal with this. I don't want to do this. I don't know. I don't want, but it's very much fear-based. And the universe is kind of like the message that's being given to me is like, all right, we have to move forward. And it's not like a don't forget about the past and move forward. It's the we have to acknowledge the things that we have been through that got us in this position, that has us feeling this, because there's a reason you feel this way. It's not coming out of nowhere, and it's not in you're not lying and putting your like it's not an excuse, but let's figure out how to process and move forward so that we can find something so much better. The Eight of Cups, releasing those cups, letting these cups stay as they are so we can move to the unknown. Unknown is scary. Yeah, I know. It's terrifying to not know what's moving forward. This is comfortable. This we know. We very much understand the shadows and the stuff in our closet here, but we have to recognize that it's only holding us back in our journey. Like it's not what Hamilton the song Satisfied, he will never be satisfied. Like that's all I hear in my head right now. Like this is not going to provide the satisfaction that you really seek. It's just the comfort in the silence, the comfort in the independence, the comfort in being alone. Um hmm, the next cards that came out were the King of Cups, the Queen of Cups, and the Six of Cups. I thought this was really funny because, and this is where it really felt like this is something to do with relationships. Again, interpersonal connections. I more so am getting the feeling of a romantic, budding romance kind of. That's what this feels like. Um, but again, take it as it resonates. And this is not a person that you know. This is not, or let me rephrase. This is not someone you have been with before. I want to make that very clear. It's not someone you've been with before. It's not someone who is toxic. The King of Cups is not toxic. The King of Cups is not a situationship. The King of Cups is not that at all. So I want to make that very clear. We are not for Delulu in this Salulu. Absolutely not. Um, but with this, walking away from these pieces and moving to the unknown leads you to connections. Um, King of Cups and Queen of Cups are a pair. They are two energies that coexist in such a beautiful way. It is softness, it is peace and vulnerability, it is intuition, it is the understanding that we can look at each other and we don't have to say a thing and we know exactly what we think or thinking. We know how to communicate to each other without having to say a thing. And with the Six of Cups, yes, the Six of Cups indicates like things of the past, more so of like it could be someone you know or have known before. But for me, I'm really focused on the children and how it's like childlike wonder. Like it sincerely feels like childlike wonder. This feels like um someone who causes you to engage in your inner child, someone who causes you to feel playful, to want to experience innocent play, who wants to experience things that make you feel like a kid again. Because again, it's so funny. I didn't even think about this, but like when we started, we were really talking about that old soul energy, but with this new things, these new experiences and connections that are wanting to come into your life, they really want to combat that. They really want to bring that young, one moment, my cat's being weird. Stanley, Stanley, stop doing what you're doing, buddy. Thank you. Um, apologies. Um, it's really, really funny that it puts you in a position where instead of being that old soul, like you, we're gonna ignore him. He wanted to do that out of spite. Instead of being that old soul, like they're trying to transition you into that young, innocent, childlike energy. The next two cards that came right after were the Ten of Swords upright with the Nine of Cups blocked. And this made me feel like It made me feel very connected to the idea that because and when I say like endings and pain, it doesn't have to be I was in a relationship before and it hurt. This more so feels like whether you were in a relationship before and it wasn't the best, this feels like you've had experiences in your life that have caused you to have that lack of trust and that want to be alone. And it doesn't have to be from a different relationship. It doesn't have to have anything to do with another relationship that caused you to be like that. It could, but it more so feels like with the 9 of Cups being blocked, it almost feels like a can I poke you to see if you're real? Like, is this a dream? I'm gonna keep poking you. I'm gonna, I'm gonna keep testing you and poking and seeing, like, because I don't know if this is real or not. I've never had something similar to this, and I kind of, you're gross. I want to walk away from you. You're gross because I'm feeling weird. And also, I'm understanding that I have some stuff I have to heal still, and that's making me feel really uncomfortable. You're putting a mirror to me. Like, with the King of Cups, something about the reflection and the reflection that the King of Cups, my cats are very excited right now. The reflection of the King of Cups of like as it is water, it can be a mirror. And so with this connection and this relationship, this engagement, it's going to cause you to have to look at some painful things because that individual or that energy is going to be a mirror. It's going to make you look at certain stuff that is uncomfortable, but it's really for your highest self. 9 of Cups. Are you going to let it be something that provides gifts to you? Are you going to keep creating this like kind of perception that you don't deserve it or it's not for you kind of situation? The next card is the High Priestess, the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, the Eight of Swords upright, and the Seven of Pentacles upright. High Priestess, you know better. You're aware. You're intuitive. But with the High Priestess being upright and the Queen of Pentacles being in reverse, it's almost like you know, but because your foundation has been so unstable and rocky, it's really you're really concerned about being on your own 2 feet and trusting what you know. Like it's almost like an individual who is very self-aware, but still just like doesn't trust it. It's like, yeah, I totally know I'm doing this wrong. Okay, but like, can you tell me that I'm doing it wrong? Because I don't know if it's that's what it is. I totally know that this person seems like a really good person. Okay, but can you tell me that this person is a really good person because like I'm not trusting. So it's like it is you are very intuitive and you are very in connection to your energy and the energy is around you. But with this Queen of Pentacles in reverse, it's almost like you consistently need some type of like reassurance because you don't feel fully stable. But I need you to understand that that is all fear based. You live in a space of fear and I really like to think about it as like rational, irrational, or irrational, rational. Like it's like these fears are irrational, but they have come from very rational places. You have these fears because you have experienced things that have caused you to be afraid and to feel concerned. But they're irrational because it doesn't connect to what's happening right now. And so you're literally binded by that. Um, and it's something that we have to work through. And it's very interesting because I had a conversation earlier today about this specific thing. And I think it's also something that I needed to hear. So thank you for allowing me to provide this message not only to you, but to myself. Sometimes we seek our failures because we are very afraid to see who we are now compared to who we were before. And the Seven of Pentacles forces us to do that. The Seven of Pentacles forces us to look at what we have tended, what we have grown, what we have nurtured, and it makes us take a step back and look at all of the successes that got us here now. It is very scary for you to do that because, again, we're hypercritical. We are someone who really talks down to ourselves. And to have to look back and see all of the incredible things that you've done, that's terrifying because then that means we have to be nice to ourselves, and that's scary. But it's you gotta you gotta push through because the only thing that's holding you, and it sounds so cliche, but it like literally if you look at the 8 of swords, the only thing that is holding her is herself. She has swords all around her. She is only held by a thin rope and ribbon on her eyes. Like it is on her, it is her. And is the deciding factor of am I ready to look at how I've grown so that I can keep growing? Or do I want to stay stuck in this little hermit cottage by myself, even though I'm craving more? Like, this is not for someone who enjoys that isolation and enjoys that space. This is for someone who is craving so much more. Advice: strength upright with the 7 of Swords in unblocked and the 10 of Cups upright. I want us to sit with this one for a little bit because, first of all, look at that card. This card is incredible. Also, this is what you represent. You represent strength and power and courage. You represent being able to take care of yourself, to nurture yourself, to ground yourself, to ensure that you have everything you need, to ensure that you are well taken care of, that you are nourished. You got yourself here. Thank your body, thank your soul, thank your mind, thank every piece of you for keeping you right here, for keeping you steady, for having you sit here, inhaling and exhaling, drinking water whenever you remember, because I know you forget, you better have a water right next to you. Like, the beauty in that strength is undeniable. 7 of Swords. Why the fuck are we lying to ourselves about it? Who has decided that we are weak? There's someone told me this and it was the best thing that I've ever heard in my life. And this is geared towards from what from when she said it, it was geared towards me as a woman, but this can is interchangeable for anyone. I am a woman and I am of a special metal. And while I bend, I never break. And with this 7 of Swords, I need you to recognize that you are made of a special metal. And there is nowhere in this earth that you are not strong. There is nowhere on this planet that you are weak. And so we need to cut that shit out and remind ourselves that anytime that sneaky little bitch tries to whisper in your ear and tell you otherwise. This shows me exactly who you are. Get it together. Other piece of advice is the 10 of Cups. Beautiful things are coming. Incredible things are coming. We are currently in a space that it doesn't feel like that. It doesn't. Shit sucks. Shit is ugly. It is gross. It is exhausting every single day. But we fight and we fight for a reason. We fight so that we can get here because we deserve it and we will. You are powerful. You are incredible. You are strength. You are divinity. You are everything you need and more. And I'm so proud of you. Thank you guys and have a great night. Bye.